Hello.
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Welcome to Money Mondays. We're live here at Amy Majori's RPM conference. We're really excited. You have your hosts, Cousin
Cousin
Betzy,
Betzy.
and we have someone super cool today. Has bringing so much knowledge. It's so amazing. We're really excited to talk to her. Cayla
Cayla
Craft
Craft.
from Crafted Entrepreneur.
Hi, ladies. I'm excited to be
Hello.
here.
Oh
Hi.
my
So
God.
can you let's just jump into it. Who is Cayla Craft?
Who is Cayla Craft? Okay, so I was actually an ER nurse
Oh wow.
before I got into this whole world, and I like to share that part of the story because you can really come from anything and get into this world,
Yeah.
right? You just have to be a good person to succeed. It's really that simple. But I got into nursing because I grew up with a single mom, and I was told if you are a nurse, you're always going to have a job.
Yeah.
So by the time I was 14, I knew I was going to be a nurse. And so I did that. And then I realized 12-hour shifts and
You're
Not your
tough.
thing.
having to
so
be on
tough.
time to everything was not going to work for me
Oh
at
my
all.
God.
So then when I was 23, I got into network marketing, which a lot of people have, tried to get into and a lot of people fail.
Yeah.
I happen to succeed at that because I have this thing called grit, which I know you have too. And I was just keep going until.
Yeah.
And this was right when, Facebook and personal branding, people didn't understand what that was yet.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a lucrative time for me because I was like, I could just be me online and get paid for it. Okay.
Might as well.
And so I just started sharing my life online. People do it now, it's regular, but 11, 12 years ago, people thought I was weird.
Wow.
But enough people thought I was cool enough to buy stuff from me.
Yeah.
I was selling health supplements at the time. And by the time I was 26, I had made $1 million.
Wow.
And really that changed my entire life because I didn't grow up around people that had money. I was like, oh,
that must have been a game changer.
It was a game changer. Absolutely. So that kind of got me my taste for okay, I can do this. God has big plans for my life. And I started to explore, go to seminars, invest in myself, and just learn about all the things that were out there. And real estate really caught my eye. So I bought my first fourplex when I was around, I think it was at the same time that I had become a millionaire at 26.
So you took that $1 million and you just invested it.
Well, no, I was a broke millionaire. I had spent it on all the things you're not supposed to spend it on, right?
It happens to the
We
best of us.
upgraded our lifestyle because I
Ooh.
didn't have that mindset. I still had a poverty mindset.
Yeah.
That's something that most people, don't understand. You've got to work on that because even with you're making money, there's millionaires that live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
And that was me at the time. But luckily I was, cash flowing a lot that I was able to buy a deal. I only had to put $70,000 down
Oh, that's
on
not
that
bad.
deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Can I ask where it was?
In Bakersfield, California.
Do you still have that right now?
No, we sold it. That one we sold. We sold it after a year. We flipped that one.
Ah, so
Nice.
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
So
then
Long-term
when-
flip.
Yeah. When you took that, what happened next after you sold that?
Well, so then I took I took the proceeds from that deal. 100% of the proceeds from that deal went into a venture capital deal because I was watching Shark Tank and I wanted to be one of the sharks.
We need inspiration somewhere.
Exactly. No, I love Shark Tank, and that really expanded my mindset to think I bought all of their books and I learned the way that they thought about things and they thought about business, and I was like, they're no different than me.
Yeah.
Right. And some of us, we put people on a pedestal.
Oh yeah.
And so reading their books, I took them off the pedestal and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so possible for not just for me, but for anybody in my community too.
Exactly.
And so I became I've done so many things with investing and stuff, but I always teach, okay, here's what went right. Here's what went wrong. You should always invest in things you understand. And I've lost a lot of money investing in things I don't understand.
Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, so I don't even like to call it investing because it was more like gambling.
Yeah.
With oil.
Oil. Wow.
So where I'm from, though, I don't live there anymore. It's lots and lots of oil. There's a big oil industry there, and so people knew I was very public online about how much money I was making because I helped other people make money. So that was part of my brand, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that's the way to go? Like putting everything out there?
Yeah, I'm an open book. I am
Transparency
about
is key.
I
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really important because people have seen me win and people have also seen me fail.
Yeah.
And I think that makes them trust me even more. Like, you know,
I
the
love
real
that.
deal.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too.
Just
Good.
be open, be transparent, as you said.
Exactly.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
I love that.
Yeah. So, anyways, somebody we had invested in several oil deals, but
Mhm.
like it's the kind where you do it from start to finish. So somebody has a test and says, "There's oil here,"
Yeah.
but you don't know until you dig. If
Yes.
there's oil there. Well, because we had such a large amount of money coming in a month, we were just like, well, like if it
Why
doesn't
not?
work out, we'll make it back next month,
Yeah.
type of deal. But I would never invest like that now because I'm much smarter and I don't like to lose money. I've
Yeah.
lost enough money to realize now I don't like it.
You learn.
But when you're like when I was young and kind of still working on that wealth mindset, I was just
Yeah.
whatever, like very frivolous. I'm not like that anymore. Now I try to control as much as possible around my investments. Back then it was just like I would give it to other people and you control it for me.
Yeah.
And there's so much risk in that. Right. So that's how I lost a lot of money in oil because all but one deal, and the one deal that did make it did really well.
Yeah.
But all the other ones,
It was like, so with everything that happened, did after that venture, that's how you started Craft Ed? Like, how did
crafted.
you get
Yeah.
into
So I basically started. It was called Mommy Millionaire.
Yeah.
At first, and we just did social media coaching and teach people how to be successful online.
Yeah.
And I started a podcast like what you guys are doing in 2018, and that really helped all the coaching programs blow up. We do live events and different masterminds and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I just became obsessed with helping people. Like I've never met a successful person that doesn't want to give back
Yeah.
and teach people what they learned.
No,
You know?
that makes so much sense. I keep saying Craft Ed.
Yeah,
It's Craft Ed.
crafted.
Okay, guys, it's Craft Ed. CRAFTED. Craft Ed.
Again.
I like it.
So, is your focus women?
It has been for a very long time, but now I really want to focus on all parts, like everybody,
Mhm.
because what I found with working with so many women for the last 10 years is that, the wife can have a really amazing ambition, but if the husband's not on board, they just
It's
stay
a-
paralyzed.
yeah.
And so I really have a heart to help both of them rise up together. And so that's really what I hope to do at Crafted Entrepreneurs. Help both.
That makes so much sense. What would be one advice you would give to our listeners?
Yeah, I think you have to partner with the right people, like in everything, like even just like your friendships, um, you know, in business, making sure that you do your due diligence on people. Like I always do a background check on people. You don't,
Well,
just
that
if I'm
you
gonna
have
do
to.
business, if I'm gonna do business with you, I have to know like, okay, have they ever been arrested?
The
Like,
darkest
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
No, that makes
because it's just like something simple. And the reason I learned that was because again, my mistakes.
sense.
And there's this like really good quote that I wish I would have heard 10 years ago. It's like a wise person learns from other people's mistakes.
Exactly.
A foolish person learns from their own mistakes. And so that's kind of what I did for a long time.
You guys
Learn my
learn
own
from
mistakes.
other people's mistakes.
So that's why I'm always like telling people because I've gotten in bad partnerships, right? And then you end up losing money. It's painful. It's
Yeah.
a painful process to get out of. And so you got to do your due diligence. But when you collab with people, you will get 10 times more done compared to doing it alone.
1,000%.
Partnership.
Yeah.
So, this main podcast is really about raising capital, invest in your purpose.
Oh, yeah.
So, listening to your story, you could see that you are investing in purpose. It doesn't have to be real estate, right? You're investing in the coaching, like teaching what you have done. But with all of this, money would come into play. Like, how do you approach that in terms of raising capital for your business, or you have done investing as well, like, or for your projects? You've invested, you had risk, you lost. Like, what advice or tips would you give for that approach?
Okay, so I would say always be honest about what you have going on.
Yeah.
But you have to be a good vision caster.
Yeah.
So like Dina,
Nice.
who you just had on, I just raised money for her last deal, and one of the things that I did, and we had like 30 days to do it. It was crazy. I mean, I don't know.
want to hear that
It
story.
happened in like 3 weeks. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so many like factors were happening in that. But like the vision was casted for the people I was talking to. It's like, okay, this money is going to be held for 5 years somewhere.
Yeah.
Where do you want it to be held? In a bank or in a real estate asset that's going to be producing money for you over time, and it's secured and backed by land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there's really like, what risk do you have by going into this? And I'm really just good at casting that vision for people. Like, where else is your money going to go?
I love that. Painting the picture. Painting the
But-
picture.
You've got to be able to do that.
The thing is, doing it in 30 days,
Girl.
that is like if someone told me that you had to raise capital, like I mean, it's not impossible, but like tell us about that. How much money did you have to raise? Like, were you freaking out? Like, what approach did you take to get that done?
How did you deal with the stress?
I called Dina every day. No, did I not? I did. I'm just kidding. I didn't sleep. I didn't sleep. Like I think that you have to have that mindset of like committed no matter what
Mhm.
in those types of situations because so many things go wrong. And it was like December, the last month of the year where nobody wants to spend money
Yeah. Christmas.
as well. So that was fun. But also what we had going for us was that it was the last year that you had 100% tax depreciation on your money. And so that's really what I hit hard. So you got to focus. Okay, here's where my objections are going to be.
Yeah.
Right. And then, but here's what I have going for me. And you got to highlight what you have going for you and hit that hard. I mean, people were wiring money on December 27th. Man, it was like, you got to get that in.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So, it was
So
fun.
do you
That's
have a
incredible.
team?
That was me. That was me. Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about your mentorship. What are you doing with craft? What's your
The
vision? What
Crafted
your
Entrepreneur. So I have a podcast too that people can listen into. And we talk about getting creative, real estate, abundance,
Yeah.
financial flexibility, and team. Because team is everything. So like at Crafted Entrepreneur, I have an amazing team that helps me with all the education, coaching programs, and just all the implementation that has to happen to make sure our students have success.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful for those people, but everybody needs a team around them. And so we
1,000%.
teach about how to build up your team, coach them to success,
wow.
right? So because we have a large sales team that just does really well. And anyway, it's
Wow.
exciting.
So if someone wants to find out
Yes.
about your program, like how can they find out
the
more about
easiest
it?
way is just to go to caylacraft.com. You can see all the different ways to work with me because I have different consulting packages, or if you're wanting to get into real estate investing and you don't know where to start, we have a really great beginners program. It's called Crafted Deals that you can get into. We also have a software for people who are like, I want to get into this world, and you need to understand how to find leads and find off-market properties. So that's crafteddeals.com if you're interested in checking it out.
You are crushing it.
Yeah.
You're doing so many different things. And I love
Yeah,
that.
I am doing so many things, but like I also again I have like I'm partnered with the right people, to get that stuff done.
No, that makes so much sense. But guys, like, thank you
Partnerships.
for being here, Cayla. And we literally just met too.
Yeah, right. It's fun.
Literally just met, and Vina was telling me about you like in the hallway. She's like, "No, you need to meet Cayla." And she's like, check out her Instagram. And we're going through her Instagram. She's like, she's doing all of this, and I was like, oh my God, that's
You're amazing.
we're like, yeah, we need
Well,
to chat.
thank
more.
you for having me on.
Of
It was so
course.
fun. Great interviewers. Is
Thank
that a
you.
word?
Yeah.
Interviewers.
I think so.
But this was good. This was
Yeah.
pretty good, guys. Don't forget, thank you for tuning in. We're Money Mondays. We're streaming live here from Amy Majori's Raising Private Money Conference. We're here with the beautiful Cayla Craft. Man, I love her last name.
I know.
And if you want to learn more about her program, different like craft deals, her softwares, everything that she has going on, like follow her on Instagram
Yes.
at
At
Cayla.
Kayla.craft.
Cayla.craft. And check out. She has different links. Her Instagram is phenomenal. But check her out.
I'm so excited to
And
look at it.
She'll be so good, right? But thank you guys for tuning in, and
Don't
we'll
for-
see ya.